Chick here with another speed build video in celebration of the new game pack that came out yesterday, the Sims 4 Dine Out. I'm pretty pumped, pretty excited, so I thought I would build a restaurant or whatever you'd like to make it in celebration for it. So I thought, why not? So it came out yesterday, which was the 8th of June for me, because I'm in Australia, where everywhere else came out on the 7th of June. So we had to wait an extra day, which is a shame, but we still got it, which is pretty exciting. And I wasn't originally going to buy it straight away, but decided to due to a stream that I was watching of it, and it just looked so amazing that I had to buy it because it made me crave to play it. It was just looking really cool, and it's a lot like the Get Together pack, which Get to Work pack, which I really enjoyed as well, and running your own retail business and stuff. It's kind of like that. You do a lot of the same kind of concept, but I like how I'm pretty sure in the Get to Work, you can have workers and stuff, but I've never really ventured into getting a worker to run the shop because I always wanted to save money. So I'm not 100% sure if it's kind of exactly the same, because I would notice that you didn't really have to do a lot as like the manager of the business, because you'd have your waiter and your host and your cook that would do everything. So it was nice to kind of like, you were an actual manager and you can just walk around and talk to the customers and see how they're going and all that kind of stuff, which was pretty cool. But yeah, and I got the inspiration of this kind of sunken cafe restaurant thing due to I was coming home from TAFE today, and in one of the suburbs that I have to go through, there's like this triangular building. Is literally just, it looks like just a roof on the floor, and I was wondering if I could kind of create that in The Sims somehow, but as you kind of saw a little earlier, it wasn't really working. I wanted the door in the roof to go down into the house, but it doesn't work like that because it's a roof. So it was worth a try. I thought it would be pretty cool, but yeah, obviously didn't work. I still did this kind of sunken garden kind of thing, which is really cool. And a while ago, I made like a house that was kind of sunken, like a sunken garden house. I didn't record it or anything. This was before I kind of started recording. It was just for fun, and it turned out pretty cool. So I kind of used that little bit of inspiration on it to kind of do this one. And yeah, I kept it kind of modern, but like a kind of hippie modern. You'll see there's lots of colours and stuff, but keeps to a simple black and white kind of palette for the building and all that kind of thing. So yeah, it turned out pretty good. I was pretty happy with it, and I think I'll just casually play on the build or use it for like just going on dates and stuff. It was like one thing that I missed having in The Sims 4, which now we can do, not 100%, but we can do. We can go on a date with your Sims at these restaurants, and you can actually sit there and dine and all that kind of thing. And I believe that was in The Sims 2. You could actually kind of go on a date and you could sit down with and watch them eat and all that kind of stuff. So where so far in Sims 4 you weren't able to do that. In Sims 3 you could go on a date, but you couldn't like go in with them and like watch them eat and stuff like that. So they finally brought that back in, which is really cool and really exciting, because when it came to like dates and stuff in The Sims, you couldn't do a lot compared to like Sims 3, how you could go to the movies or that kind of thing. As much as you weren't able to go in with them and watch the movie, but they'd still go and do that. So it just adds another element of the game when it comes to just playing, which is really cool and really fun, and I can't wait to kind of use it and that kind of thing. So yeah, I think that's enough ranting on like the game pack. It's pretty cool. I was quite excited. I was waiting. When I first found out about it, I was super pumped. Super pumped. So yeah, and some of the, a lot of the items in the pack are really nice. Like, there's some lights that are just beautiful, and I would have used them in this build, but because the walls are quite low, the lights wouldn't have fit because they're quite big lights. So yeah, that's a shame. And I wanted to use, you'll see a bit later, I'll try and use like, they've got like booths kind of thing, like booth lounges now. Like if you go to a diner or kind of certain restaurants, more kind of casual restaurants, they'll have like a booth, and which everyone I know loves to sit at booths. I know whenever Mum and I go to a cafe or something, we try and get a booth because they're so comfy. And I wanted to add it into this build, but I haven't put any tables and chairs inside. They're all outside, and it just looked weird. You'll understand later when you see it. It just looked really weird. It just wouldn't have worked. So I just kept 2 normal chairs and tables. But yeah, some of the items are just beautiful. There's like a new kind of water feature wall kind of thing, and new tables and chairs, obviously, like the kitchen and all that kind of generic stuff that you'd need for a restaurant. And what I actually forgot to put in was menus. I actually forgot you can get chalkboard like menu things that you can put up on the walls, and you can get like tiny little menus that you can actually sit on the tables. I didn't put them in, and I don't think I put a bin in the kitchen either, so that's a big shame. But you know, it's something you generally forget, bins. I know a lot of people I watch forget bins all the time. But yeah, that's all the building of the kind of thing now. Now I'm into kind of furnishing. I kind of jump around a lot when I'm furnishing. I do the kitchen, and then I jump to like the bathroom or something, and then I jump back to the kitchen, and then I go outside and start doing stuff outside, and then jump to doing some gardening, and then jump back to, like, that's just the way I build. I don't really build room by room. I jump around a lot, which probably wastes more time, but that's just how I build. So yeah, I'm kind of just annoyed that those kitchen cabinet things don't actually match the new one, new kind of kitchen set that came with the new Dine Out pack. It's very close, but the colours are just a little bit too light. Like that grey is a little bit too light for the kind of dishwasher attach like thing in the new pack, so that was a shame. Yeah, just doing the bathrooms now. I wanted to have 2, but I wasn't sure how to do it, so I made like this little room, and I was only able to put 1 sink in there. But Sims don't, I found that Sims don't really go toilet a lot when they're at the restaurant, so just having 1 sink in there should be fine. And then yeah, a toilet for each gender, which is pretty cool. Talking about genders, the new what's it called, update that came out just before this pack, gender equality, pretty much. Your sim can now wear both genders of clothing, which is pretty cool, but then pretty weird at the same time. Like, I have nothing against like gender equality and like sexuality and all that kind of thing, but it looks really funny and it just makes me laugh. I go through and I try and, like, you can put the dresses on the boys and it looks, yeah, it makes me laugh every time. But you know, it was a pretty cool kind of update, and how you can select whether your sim can get pregnant or not, or you know, if they're masculine or feminine kind of thing. I think it's a good idea, and that kind of thing. And the lighting, I've seen videos. My computer can't really run too much like heavy duty stuff, so I can't put all the settings up quite high, so I can't actually experience the lighting myself. But I've seen videos of the new lighting system, and that just looks amazing. It makes the game look really, really nice. Yeah, I found those those tree light things, they're gorgeous. I'd love one in real life. I think they're really, really nice, and it works really well with the idea of the garden and like having the little tree light things. I thought that was perfect, worked really well. Yeah, just adding some little flowers and all that kind of thing, make it nice and gardeny for your entrance. So yeah, your Sims would go down those stairs and go to the entrance and be served by the host. Oh, I wanted to add like a little pond, but I realised that you couldn't put like a pond underground, like in the basement area, but I didn't want to do it as a pool because otherwise they'd start swimming, so ended up replacing it with like bamboo kind of thing, which I thought was really nice. Kind of decorated that back corners of the build, which made it look nice. And then I did like a little garden bed thing. It was quite annoying. Several times, as you might have noticed, I tried to use the I tried to like paint the grass and all that kind of thing, but you can't because it's not actually grass, it's down on the basement kind of floor. So it was quite annoying. I wanted to use sand, but I couldn't. I had to use some sort of flooring that kind of just looked like really light sand, which is a shame, but it gives off the effect, so that's all that really matters, really. And now I'm just putting in the tables and all that kind of thing. It's pretty interesting how they've done this concept of you have your table and then you put chairs around it, and it like the game counts how many chairs are there, and then when Sims come in, it all kind of works. Here's where I try and add in the booth, and it wasn't gonna work. And there's those heating element things that I think is pretty cool. So, you know, you gotta have that outside. I use the tables from Patio, the Perfect Patio, whatever pack it is, because I thought they were nice, like outdoor tables. And then I use these chairs from the which pack is it? The movie stuff pack, which I've never really used this stuff before. I found that pack kind of difficult to use the items with, because of their colours and really weird. It was, I don't know, they're really weird, but I thought, why not put it in this build, seeing that it's like garden and you've got flowers and it's actually got like florally patterns on them, so it should really suit it nicely, and then give the idea of, you know, maybe someone's gone to, you know, an old, like gone to garage sales or the tip or something and found these chairs and restored them, and that kind of thing, and saving money on, you know, their furnishing and things like that. So that was kind of the idea I went for, but I think it looks okay. Yeah, I thought it looked pretty good. But yeah, this is one of my longest videos I've ever done. I don't think I've done one that goes for 20 minutes. Yeah, this one goes for 20 minutes, so that's interesting. Trying to find things to talk about. But yeah, just doing the gardening now, because you can't have a sunken garden without a garden kind of thing, and it was good. I was able to use the kind of like wall climbing plant things from the Get Together pack. So I've used a lot of different type of packs in this build, so it does make it harder for people to download the build if they like it, but it adds to the aesthetic of the build and all that kind of thing. And of course move objects is on, because you can't build a proper build without move objects. But yeah, we're getting there with the build. Just a lot of decorating, I guess. But yeah, I was really happy with it. It's very pretty. Very pretty. What am I doing now? Oh, just stuff to put on the walls, that's right. And there's these new pots that came with the pack as well, which they're kind of cute. And yeah, and then doing, here's where I started doing the wall climbing plants, just like overlapping them and using different colours to make it look a little bit more realistic, and chucking in flower ones in there, and oh, excuse me, and all that kind of thing. Looks pretty nice. I like those ones, I really like those ones. The colours of that one's really nice as well. Yeah, I've almost got every single Sims 4 expansion pack. I've recently, I've played Sims 3 for years, and I had quite a lot of the expansion packs from Sims 3, but I never got all of them, and Sims 2 I only had, you know, maybe 5 expansion packs from Sims 2 and maybe only 3 from Sims 1. So I've experienced all the Sims throughout my kind of lifetime so far, but Sims 4 is the only one I've kind of become serious about, because I was old enough and able to buy my own, and Dad was always against the Sims for some reason, ever since I was a child. So yeah, I've really gotten into buying all the expansion packs, and I'm only down 2, which is the luxury pack and the garden, the romantic garden or whatever it's called pack. So they're next on the list after this one. I was going to leave this one till later and buy those 2 first, but it was just too good. I couldn't deny. So yeah, just adding some more greenery. I like how they added like tall tables with, so you could put like bar stools and stuff on it. I thought that was a really cool addition to some of the items, so you can actually use that in your house and things like that when you're actually building, you know, a Sims house, because I know some houses, instead of having a dining table, they might just have like a really tall table bar kind of thing, or like island bench or something, and it can add to it and make it look really nice. Yeah, I'm just doing some gardening on the outside of the thing, decorating that up a little bit, and we're almost done actually. But yeah, at a certain angle it just looks like a triangle in the middle of this huge kind of bushy area, which I think looks really nice, and that's the kind of idea I wanted at the very beginning of kind of having this plan. Yeah, there's the advertising sign. But yeah, and it's called Sunken Garden. So yeah, it turned out really well. I hope you liked it as much as I did. There will be some flyby shots. There they are. But yeah, it was very nice, and I'm very happy with how it turned out, and I'm very happy with the pack. It was so exciting to finally have gotten it and playing it, and I recommend it to anyone who's got The Sims 4. It's a really good pack, and yeah, if you'd like to download this build, I will put it up on the gallery for you to download and put a link in the description. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and hope you stick around for my future ones. Yeah, leave a comment, like, and subscribe if you'd like to see some more. I don't post that often, but when I do, I try and make it as good as I can. So yeah, I think that's about it. So I'll see you guys in my next video.